We've had a day, and that is the only way to say it. We have had a day from the city of Final Fantasy NT to Final Fantasy XII. Now we're back on Final Fantasy XIV, and that doesn't even mention me doing the Moogle Chocobo Festival this morning. So, we've had a day chock full of Final Fantasy. So we're going to close things out tonight with Final Fantasy XIV here, which of course, it's in the title there. We're attempting to raise the autumn level, and hopefully we can do so tonight. We're honestly pretty limited on what we're going to be able to use as far as that goes. We have, when I talk about that, and I talk about the usage, or my bad, when I talk about that and I talk about the usage, I'm actually, honestly, just talking about what we can do to actually get tombstones. And that's pretty narrow. Let's see. Open up the duty finder. We can't do any Delta escape, I don't believe. Pretty sure we're done for a week. Already received on all accounts, yeah. So if we could do these and get a little bit of tombstones 10 for each time, but we're gonna worry about dailies first. We'll go ahead and start the expert level 70 and cross our fingers and hope it's not all amigo. It's always all amigo. So we'll try that out. What is up, Valentine? How is it going? How have you been, Valentine? Yeah, let's start this up. Jay Green. I heard that the bell notification. Now I'm here. Glad to hear it, Jay Green. Awesome that you've got the notifications turned on. That's really cool. Drake Fury. Your best bet for tombstones is really spamming the level 70 dungeons, starting with your expert roulette. Yeah, that's where we're at right now. That's honestly the last, my last option is just kind of spamming for tombstones. We're literally at 314. Like, that is torture. 314! This is insane. The biggest thing tonight is trying to find things to occupy my time between queues. So that is going to be really interesting. Long time? Yes, I've been very busy, Valentine. It doesn't really stop. Tomorrow, I've mentioned it a few times in my other streams today. Tomorrow's going to be super busy. We're going to be having the Final Fantasy XV Assassin's Festival. I plan to actually try to finish up Final Fantasy XII tomorrow, but that is a given on how much time I've had. May not be playing Final Fantasy XIV tomorrow because of that, but even if so, that's only if I actually see the end coming, and if that is the case, I'll go ahead and finish 12, and then we'll, of course, return with more 14 on Friday night. That's just, you know, per se, depends on what's going down tonight, what's going to happen. So there's just that to really come into factor and play and think about. Before I do a whole lot, I'm gonna actually check out this party finder. Fates at 0. I can never catch any of those good fates. So back to the drawing board. What to do between queues. Oh, you don't have your Lakshmi accessories. Or your Susanoo weapon. This could be an improvement. You could do that outside of the tombstone cap. Oh wow, level 320 stuff. How do you do it? Just is it the extreme? If so, I've been trying to get to at least 315 before I try Susanoo again. I could attempt Lakshmi, but Susanoo, the biggest thing about Susanoo Extreme is, and this goes actually into a factor with a lot of the extremes, a few of them are probably a lot easier now, just naturally assume. It is difficult. And I'm not just saying it's difficult from my standpoint. Going in there and giving it your all, and I mean giving it my all, you know, just speaking from my own point of view here with Susanoo EX, is the sheer fact is just, bluntly put, it is super hard to stream. You have a lot of pressure put on your shoulders because you want to do good, you really do. But if you're with a party that's not really setting up the standard, like my last time playing through, our DPS fell short every time. And when I tried to actually bring up the DPS, I had a few people straight up attack me through our live stream and the chat over here, and blaming it all on me, when literally it's one of the things that stressed me out about this game. My efforts alone do not move a trial. I can't beat a trial by myself. I'm sorry, I can't do it. Whoa, I know there's people out there solo and stuff. Not the summoner, not this guy. So literally for this character to be able to move through a lot of the trials, it requires having a good team. So I'm really not trying to get back into Susanoo with a bunch of people who haven't got the slightest on what to do. That sounds harsh, because actually I researched it, so it doesn't sound so harsh, I guess. I was going to say, because I jumped in there blind once, but I didn't. With Susanoo EX, I completely went out of my way, watched walkthrough videos, tried to go in there with all of the knowledge that I would need to know what to expect. The last few times I tried Susanoo EX, it's on the stream, so there's the history and proof behind it. It was straight up butchered. Like, we would get super close, people would drop out, people would not even pay attention to the mechanics on what to do. Some people didn't care, so it seemed. Some people just thought it was funny, you know, to go through and die. And that's just really rough, being on the streamer's side on that point of view. I definitely want to do it. Definitely want to go through with it. But not until that autumn level is higher, when I'm more confident that I'm going to be in there with a party that knows exactly what they're doing. Until then, it is just put on hold. That's why I have not even tried since. I want that autumn level up, because, see, that's the one thing I've noticed about joining this party finder here. A lot of people got really smart and did exactly what I'm talking about here. And, come on, you. Let's see, trials. Boom, right there. They set an autumn level. These people that always say none are the people that usually don't get through it. I figured that out. And the people that have these small little autumn level requirements are the people that usually know what's going on. They just want a party that also joins, that knows what's going on. Clear no full thought, please, and thank you. Yeah, see? That's perfect. But I don't want to try that until I'm just for certain I'm going to go in there and beat it. I can accept one or two, you know, faults maybe on a death, but for a full-on out wop after wop after wop after wop, it's just too much. What is up, Karumi? Sorry about that. I had to get it all out all at once. That's just something that really had to come out, you know? Yeah. Yeah. You've got the route of it. So I'm glad you understand, you know. It's nothing against it. I naturally assume that I will beat it one day. Maybe in the next couple days, you know. I'm not opposed to it. When the autumn level's higher and I feel more comfortable, I definitely, you know, want to try it again. I want to beat it. And Lakshmi, we can try it out after this. I have not actually looked up what to do or any mechanics on it though, so that kind of makes me a little bit nervous about it. I mean, I want to jump in there and do it, but at the same time, I've noticed with these EX, people automatically expect you to know what you're doing before you even go in there. So they expect that you've looked up walkthroughs, or at least read, you know, some chain commands there, and that I have not. I've been more so morally preparing myself for Susanoo. We may do Lakshmi though. We'll just see how the night goes. Okay. But in the meantime, let's try to find something to do between queues. This has actually become the hardest part after doing the most story-driven things like Hildebrand, the Ruby Princess. I feel like there was another one that I really went through and saw to the end, but there's just a few of those. The Lupin thing with Courage the Cowardly Lupin. You know, all those really fun, really story-driven, and now it seems like everything else is kind of, oh, you're new here, oh, you did this, please go do this for me, and those are really cool too, but I really love the super story-driven things, and a lot of this seems more like things that you could have done when you were a lower level for the experience. And that, I am past. It's about practice. Susano took me about a week to complete, but once you beat it once or twice, it gets so much easier because you know all the patterns. Yeah. See, that was me with, basically with Shinryu. My last 2 times playing through Shinryu were phenomenal. But before that, just saying the name gave me cold chills. Maybe there's a good one down here. Welcome to the family. Nice, embrace dastardly dynamites. Brainy bears. Child's play. Watch and learn. Let's try brainy bears. Let's travel over here. Try out brainy bears. Huh. Well, look. Right to her. The gauzy fears for the local Huffstock. You look like a fine warrior to me, and I am rarely wrong. You may not be a Detharl, but if you have experienced slaying beasts, there is something I would ask of you. A group of creatures has appeared near the village recently. They pose a threat to our sheep. Up until now, they had only been spotted much further north. Our tribe is home to many a brave warrior. We fear not death, however, Gulo Gulo are one of the few beasts that trouble even our finest warriors. That is why I wish to entrust an outsider with this task. I would have you slay 4 of the creatures. Do not worry, you shall be compensated. I was really hoping that would go a little bit farther than that, but it did not. Does anybody really know any really good quests that are super story driven, really thick, laying it on you hard, but they do not require a queue or a dungeon? If so, please let me know. That is right up my alley. I miss Hildebrand so much. I knew I would when it was over. Now that it's over, I definitely miss it. Swear if you ever watch this video, add Hildebrand already. That's the hard part about running through the game in the series like I have. It's been a phenomenal fun time. Like, I gotta say, I have had loads of fun. But now that the story's over, I just kind of sometimes feel like bummed out wanting the story back. I miss it so much. story-driven stuff that you may have not done, you could go for the 24-man stuff. Yeah, but most of that stuff's like joining another queue. You know, that's the the biggest problem. Like, just trying to keep it. You know, I don't know. I don't really know how to explain it. It just seems so counterproductive to go from queue to queue. Like, that's my biggest problem with doing a lot of those, like, the extreme stuff. You know, I've had a few people actually recommend me go through and do a few other extreme things, but, I mean, it's just another queue. It's not really filling the void here. It's just creating another. Which, no, I actually do appreciate the recommendation, but just not looking for another queue. What is up, Mel? Red, did you do the Scholastic Quest or whatever they're called? If you can do spectacles, you didn't. I'm not really sure. What is the Scholastics? Take your attack. That should have been the last one. Yes. Looks like we'll be working on some pretty nice timing here. Going out just about perfectly. Let's really hope it's not all Amigo. They need to actually come in and add more of these level 70 areas. I've ran all Amigo honestly more times than I'm even proud to say. That many times. So many times I've been in all Amigo. I have fought Xenos, Zeke Alvis so much, it's unreal. The deed is done. Good. Now our sheep can rest easy. As you may have noticed, the Gulu Gulu is a wily creature. It lures its attackers into a sense of false security before springing a trap on them. That was how my brother Mel met his end. While they are intelligent, they are still beasts. But one must be careful when attempting to slay them. Many a thrall have mistaken reckless for bravery, losing their lives in the process. Imagine our warriors would benefit from studying someone like you. I shall make them teach my brother not to be so foolhardy in his next life. Thank you for your aid. I shall make sure we do not require outside help the next time the Gulu Gulu appears. I may have messed that up there at the end. It's all good. Okay. Not all Amigo. Not all Amigo. Not all Amigo? Okay, I can deal with this. Kugane Castle. Awesome. I love some Yojimba. It's a quest line with a bunch of cutscenes and stuff. Wow. Temple of the Fist once every 10 days. That is insane. They should have actually added more than 3. I mean, this is just coming from me though, honestly. It was something I kind of mentioned there at the beginning of the stream here. Playing through the game like I did, a lot of people waited their years, 2 years maybe, for this and that. I literally played the game for all it had to offer all at once. Waiting on stuff is so hard. But Red, how do you actually get that started? and I'll look into it right after all of this. Chill, Joker. Chill out. Yeah, we should have definitely had that other guy in here right now. Some small pulls. Expert Roulette is always like that. Always 2 or 3 boss dungeons once they release more. Become Expert Roulettes, and the ones you have now will become level 70 Roulette. I just wish they would release more already. I just feel like these last few patch notes have just been... I don't know. Maybe I'm just expecting more. More than I should. Honestly, out of all of these, I think I like Kugane Castle the most. Nice start. I was not paying attention. almost got it. You should get more story, including 2 dungeons, I suppose. Just return to Evilise, 12 main raid coming. That'd be really fun. The return to Evilise, I would really love that. Yeah, it seems like maybe they're trying to do a lot of the way with the releases with all these other Final Fantasy titles coming out all of a sudden randomly all at the same time. Like this year, whew, Square has outdone themselves with their upcoming roster. From Dissidia to all the 15 content. So much. Always surprises me when there's that one extra person there I didn't even see. No way. If I remember well, you needed to do Crystal Tower to unlock Heaven's Word 24-man. You need to do Heaven's Word 24-man before you can unlock Return to Evilise. That doesn't really make a lot of sense, but I mean, maybe. Yes, it is an MMO. They have their random expectations and requirements. Which is kind of a bummer though, because a lot of that stuff people have already done. I would hope that, you know, maybe you have to do Deltascape beforehand first. But a lot of that, you know, a lot of people have already done that content, so they don't want to do it again. And it is really hard to find a party that wants to, or at least knows what they're doing when you finally get a party. That's kind of why I just never went back to the coils, finding coils. It was something I really got started and super excited about until actually I finally tried it and literally waited like a whole hour on a queue and then nothing. Then hit up the party finder and it was just in not the best of crews. It wasn't skill sets, it was just people's attitude towards it all. They make that content like really closed off for like seasoned players, I should say. I wish the loot was implemented a little differently on here. I never have time to just sit here and look at the loot. And then I'm left with junk. Because usually none of it helps. I think I've already got it. Yep. Pass. What? Video game. Your trickery is not appreciated. Oh, I fucked that up. Just 24 minutes coming soon, which will make more people do it. Yeah, I might actually jump in on that, you know, when there's more people actually doing it. It's just, it gets so hard to actually go through and try to do something that people did 4 years ago, like the bonding coil. So, maybe things will be different when that comes out, and I'll actually play. Get away! What the hell is this shit? Go back to the tank. Almost missed it. Ooh, there's something about it. Nope. Okay, good. Whew. That was a close one. As for bonding coil, don't ever do it with duty finder. Oh, I've actually did it with a party finder once. Turn on the coils and super. Do it unsynced with 4 level 70s and it goes fine. I always have trouble finding those other players though. Shit, didn't need to do that. What is up? OMFG squad. Been in a queue for 35 minutes for casting the bonding. Shoo! Yeah, these DPS queues are incredibly torturous. That's the only way to really put it. It is torturous. What is this tank doing? Like, what the hell, dude? Tank. Please tank. never really had these thoughts too much before, but my goodness. Definitely am. Actually, Stormblood, they force you to do the zoom out. Like, as you all know, I played from the beginning up until this very point, playing just like this. When I get to a boss, though, there's so many AoEs riddled with Stormblood content. Please go away. What the hell is your problem? I just don't understand. I'm using E3 of all summons, too. He's not even the strongest. Okay. Yojimbo. It's gonna be pretty interesting. I do not have Aether Flow. Maybe I should watch the... it doesn't work. I was gonna say maybe I should watch the cutscene, but chances are they wouldn't wait. I found out though that when it comes to the instances, the trials, the dungeons, all of it, I found out that I actually prefer the ones with little fun mechanics in them rather than ones that are just pretty straightforward. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Getting knocked around like a rag doll. Team funds. We are so close to this end. Oh, there it was. Okay. Sorry about that, everybody. Catch back up here. Normally you should have a free company making friends at the base of MMOs. You guys are my friends here. I don't really need a free company telling me how to live friendly friend stuff. No, actually, one of the reasons why I never joined it, realistically, the free company, was because of World of Warcraft. I play this game for sheer joy, to get away from my everyday life, to come hang with all of the other Final Fantasy fans out there. And I call the people who play, most of the people I should say, who play Final Fantasy XIV, the real Final Fantasy fans, because you go beyond just the regular numbered titles in the series, and you actually pay a monthly subscription to be able to get your Final Fantasy fix on every day, or every time you can get that chance. So, keep in mind again, I use it for an escape. With joining the free company thing, I always thought it would be a lot like joining a guild on WoW, where I jump in there and then all of a sudden, immediately I've gotten a message that says, remember everybody, this Friday we've got such and such going down and this going down. It's like, you know, I'm 24. I live a real life and I have to work a full-time job. I just can't make my schedule so secluded to doing things that require me to be in some sort of free company because people want to stay on the same path, which I understand. You know, if you have the time to put into the game like that, it's simply amazing. You know, that was me with WoW back in the day, but not so much anymore. You know, I'm not so... My time is more obligated to trying to do things with the story. It's more of where my interest is. You know, it's what really... where I lose a lot of my drive with a bunch of the more extreme things. I still think it's fun, I still think it's cool, but I didn't start playing for, you know, for a really extremely hard, difficult video game to beat. It was mainly just looking for a great story, and Final Fantasy has always been there to deliver. That's mainly the biggest reason why I never jumped in on the free company aspect, nor the PvP aspect. Also, PvP usually just isn't my thing. No one wants to join? I've dumped so much gil into this house that I refuse to leave it. And that is another thing right there with the free company. That was another thing in WoW. I actually had 2 guilds that I'd created. One actually did decently well. We were doing the whole Friday night thing every night, Friday night raids, strong heavy PvP. But then my second one that I went to do, when my old one got too populated, I kind of stopped liking all the people that had joined. I'd let too many people have too many freedoms within it, and it got really out of hand. So I tried to make another guild, and that really went south too. It was basically the same thing you had, filthy friends. It's really sad. I've made a free company with 2 friends. We're super small, but every player plays. That's pretty cool. Every time I try to recruit, someone berates me. What is berate? Can you rate a free company? That's sad, if so. That's super sad. Let's all of us move to a server together and make a free company, huh? Oh, congrats on the queue, Red. On the Final Fantasy VI Magitech Factory. Some are only social groups where people meet and do stuff together when they want. I guess that would be a kind of cool thing. Still, it would feel like basically the same. Okay, where is this other area? Oh, wow. Someone yelling at you? That's just rude. Oh, goodness, where was that? Okay. In the pillars. So let's go to Foundation. To Foundation. What I want to do. What I want to do. Duty Finder. I wish these gave you more of the creation tombstones. It's kind of a bummer that they do not. They're 10 as well anyway, so we'll just go ahead and do trial real quick. Get out of here. It'll keep it kinda fresh. We'll do some things we don't do every single day, at least. Let's see what progress we have here. What have we made? We're only at 190. Bummer. An even bigger bummer is this limit here. Can you only get 450 a week? They're really slowing me down. Pillars and Foundation. Oh yeah, that's up. My mind's scrambled. Only respond to negative reinforcement. Raids where everyone is polite to each other is like nails on a chalkboard to me. I think I'm like the opposite. When I'm playing these games, things can get so frustrating. I cannot stand... You know, sarcasm's one thing. Sarcasm's funny, it's cool. But people straight up belittling you just because they're on the other side of a screen and you can't touch them, it's a bit sad. I mean, it's 2017, you know. It's not 2012 anymore. And I'm not saying that about you. Do not take it that way. I'm just saying, when it comes to me with people that just are rude for no reason, it really kills me. I do not know where to look. Need more info. Nothing. X619. Don't you hate it when this thing doesn't move? The pillars. I gotta actually go to the pillars. Go to somewhere random like that place we just saw on there. It'd be easiest. Come on. Too big is bed a heavy one. A free company has about 10 people in it. $450 create. Ugh, that is such a bummer. I don't really need any more of the 310 gears to my side part. I'm literally only in need for the 320 gear. And the 330 would help out as well. I'm not really trying to level up a different job right now though. And tonight is not the night I'm going to be starting one. And the reason I'm doing it is just because it literally gives you just as much as the Delta Escape. Go for Tomb Chest. What is a Tomb Chest? Right side? Accessory belt, glove boots can easily be obtained in V1 and V2 through Party Finder. I've already got all that stuff though. I need the body and the legs. I don't really understand where you're coming from. Honestly, the other stuff is 340 gear. What? That is incredible. I didn't even know we were already on 340. I thought like 330 was the cap still. I'm behind. But the reason I do this is because, again, my next job's not going to be for a while. I mean, it's the best way to really look at it. I've mentioned it before. I have really... I'll be right back. Choco needs my help. I'm back. But what I was saying is, I've actually mentioned this before, is, you know, I've played for like, let's say 4 months now. Let's say. In this 4 months, I've been looking forward to being caught up with everyone. I do want to play a new job. My next job, honestly, with this character has definitely been decided. It's going to be Samurai. But I want to enjoy a lot of the in-game content, a lot of the older stuff that I still haven't actually done. There's a lot of things within the 2-year period between A Realm Reborn and Heavensward, and also from Heavensward to Stormblood here. Whew, I'm out of breath, I tried to hurry. But I'm just really trying to enjoy everything before I get obligated to another character. I mean, the subscription's not going anywhere, obviously, so I've got all the time in the world to jump into a new character. And it's the same with these roulettes, you know? My one and only goal is getting his autumn level up, for now. And then it's going to be the EX trials, and then so on from there. Whew, I really underestimated that. I don't think I've ever poured water in food that fast in my life. That is... Whew. I'll probably put the flash disk some competition right there. But yeah, that's mainly my biggest goal. And, you know, we will start a new job. Again, it'll be Samurai, and we will get into other content. But it seems super counterproductive to not take advantage of every tombstone that I can get at the moment. Especially the fact that I'm gated to 450 a week, which is... I don't understand that. I guess they just want people to keep coming in and playing, which I get that, you know, it's a business. But, shit, really? Have we been tickled down to business now? Are we no longer just fans? Are we just business to Square? That's the way it feels to me, though. I mean, hate on me for it, but... it's just ridiculous. But, Con... sorry I didn't give you a proper shout out there. I'm glad that you can make it. The best way to get gear on a character for max efficiency is to grab the tombstone chest first. I have no idea where this tombstone chest is. The 331 cents that drops on the final floor. What floor? Then grab what you can depending on your savage raid drops. Oh, raid drops. I don't really do raids. Do not level another character. It's pointless. You level up different jobs on the same character. I was going to do that. And I do want to make another character too. It's not so pointless. Again, I'm a story player. I'm thinking that this is a giant wall between a lot of people here. I play for the story, you know. Games like this are fun. They are, but I'm here for the story. You know, that's the whole point of doing it all. And I do actually want to make another character. I'm going to do another job class. This character here will be the samurai, don't fret. And then I've already got my red mage, but I want another character still that starts off in Ul'dah. If you haven't noticed, when you start off in a whole new area, your first, like, 30 levels is a whole different story than it is from any other character. And that's Limsa, Ul'dah, and Gridania. Like, all three, from like level 1 to 30, have so much content that the others don't have just because you started off in a whole new area. And I would really like to jump in there and see that. I did it with my Ura. I did it with my Lalafell here, so I would really like to do it again with a new character, in time of course. I mean, it'll be a long time from now before I ever do that. This character has a long way to go. I would really like to get a lot of the... oh, hell no. A lot of the things done that I haven't done yet with him. Again, that's those EX with Lakshmi and Susano. Get the autumn level up so he's ready for any new content that drops. And I would also really like to play with the samurai on this character as well. Just because I've done so much, it would just seem, like I've mentioned before, counterproductive to myself to actually go that far back. I've done a lot of talking tonight. Oh, this is gonna go quick. What the shit? Is this a Dark Knot? And if so, that sword is more than just badass. So is that sword. Which one of these can I use? Okay, super quick. What is up? Ami-san? Suki? Hopefully I've said that right. Hopefully so. How's it going? Glad that you could join us. Every job is going to have a story to see as you level it. They get pretty good. It's very true. I haven't actually got to see them all, but I do understand that. It's always been $4.50 a week. Promotes people to raid so they can become max level quicker. Gotta farm them doggos. You play Mikote? I love her. I promised myself I would never make an alternate, but I really wanted a Lalafell, so I made a Dragoon on the new Euro server with the That's awesome. Be a card carrying a member of the Cool People Squad. I don't understand that. The cutscene for Cape Westwind is longer than the actual fight. Every job is going to have a story to see if you can level it, and they get pretty good. Dark story best reflects on every character. Oh wow. Yeah, see, Dark Knight was another character I thought about playing as for a while. But over time, I basically just dwindled it down to being the samurai. Okay, I'm gonna just check something really quick here. Okay. Scholar Quest. I believe that's what I'm looking for now. Oh, wait, you mean the job scholar? No, I did not. Again, it's something I've actually mentioned quite a few times. A lot of people actually recommended I do the scholar while I was leveling up this character to the point that I'm at now. It did not happen. Mainly just because of the fact that, it's nothing against the scholar. I wish I would have done it, actually. By the time I'd actually had somebody mention it, I was already level 50 plus, and it was just kind of too late to turn around. I will do it eventually, maybe. Hard maybe on that one. It's a really strong hard maybe. It's just, I'm trying to keep focused on, again, the story, and for right now, autumn level. And anything doing anything outside of roulettes for this character, on this character, with this character, on this job, is just counterproductive. It just kind of, I'm not building autumn level at that point. I'm just leveling another job, and that's not going to help me at all move forward to where I want to be at. I would just really like to be, I'm almost there actually, at a point to where when new content drops, I can just jump right into it. And it feels really great to be here at this point after streaming it for so long. I've done this character from beginning to end. I mean, you can jump on the channel here, go to the playlist, you can see character creation to literally this point now. And it has been a struggle, I will say. Going through people, trials, dungeons, people being the biggest part. Going through a lot, you know. I've literally had to walk through the mud to get to the clearer water, and now that I'm in the clear water, I would really like to, you know, jump into the deep end. But to get to that spot, I still have a lot more content I actually have to dive into. And the biggest thing right now is that autumn level, and I try my best to avoid doing a lot of things. It sounds crazy to a lot of people because it's the fastest way in a sense. I don't do PvP. I just don't like it in here. I don't like how it was implemented. I played World of Warcraft, and I played Guild Wars, and a few other games that were MMOs that implemented a different PvP system. And, you know, I'm not bashing it, because the people that play PvP on here really talk well for it, and, you know, I can't really say anything bad about it other than the fact that I myself just personally don't care for it. Nothing wrong with it, though, but there's just very few content that I could actually do, and I try to stay more so on a story side. Dealing with your inner self, tired of doing everything for everyone for a smile. Wow, that's intense. I did not know that. There's actually not a whole lot I know about the other jobs. Just mainly Summoner, Thaumaturge. Because I started playing like right there at that point where you still actually had to get your Thaumaturge skills up to like 10. And did the Arcanist up to 30 before you could be a Summoner. That was around the time I started. Like right at the end of that. Because by the time I made it over into Heavensward, that was over. Okay, let's try to find this. What is this character's name again? I'm not really seeing this. Yeah, I am nothing like that, Drake Fury. I mean, that's really awesome, you know, for you to do it, but let's, the best way to say that, you know, you said you got to level 99 in all these games that you played. I could never do it. Once I ran out of content and reason, I just stopped. Or I would restart the game and play it again. And I'm not seeing the thing for this place, and with it being in Heavensward content, I'm gonna kind of just move out of here, away from it. I don't have a problem with it. If I knew where it was, I would be more inclined to do so, but I don't know about it. I'm thinking that this is actually something I tried before, that was actually recommended once before, and it's not available to me because it's a branch quest. I suppose we'll do the daily roulette. Let's see how that goes. I generally hate alts because I feel attached to the time and effort I spent on my main. Now I just hate leveling. I was a bard, then did Heavensward and Stormblood as Red Mage. But I went back and leveled the bard too. That's pretty cool. I eventually plan on going back to my Red Mage for a while, but I really want to, my thing is, everything that I've actually tried out on here has been a caster. Even the Red Mage, I mean, you gotta admit, it's cool having the Verifier, the Vares, you know, I can't remember them all now. But, I mean, it's really cool having those, but you have like 4, you know, physical attack things, and I'm really looking for something more physical attack based. That's why I'm going that direction now. This is killing me though. I just want something story driven. That's thick. That's gonna lead to another quest that I don't have to sit through a queue to get to. Queue. Oh, you're DPS. Here's a long queue. Bow Mage. Got 100 times better when they took the mage out of it. I'm guessing that's the bard. I like them both, but my creation stones on Red Mage. I was a Red Mage when I liberated all Amigo with my bestest friendlies. Those were some good times. Those were the best of times. Yeah, they were the best. I love the main story scenario so much. But also don't think that the whole new job class isn't gonna come. Honestly, once I've got a lot of this toned out of the way and smoothed out, I'll be starting the samurai probably. It'll be within the next 2 weeks, I'll say that much. It'll probably be less than that, actually. Somewhere between 10 and 14 days is the best way to really put it. I'm just kind of running out of content to keep me playing, and that's the cool thing about the samurai when I do actually jump over to it. Like I said, there's a few things I want to jump through and actually focus on for a while. But I've just run out of story content, and it's just a bunch of leveling quests, which I don't, you gotta have them. It's a game, it's an MMO, they have to be there. So I completely understand, but wanting to move up in the story is just, or at least have something story driven, and not having it, makes me sad. Only because this game had kept me stuck to the story for like 4 months now. Now that it's over, I'm just got that now what feeling. I think I've actually did all the level 70 quests. Let's go to the lots. Try that out, maybe. Bards used to have cast times. Now they use instant skills. Well, that is really awesome. My first 70 was Black Mage, did Red Mage. Now my summoner is 59. The place where I put my creation is a no barrier. All 3 jobs share the same gear. Don't I feel like a village with a castle nearby? The first savage floor. Yeah, but I mean, isn't that another queue to go through though? I mean, that's kind of like my area there. I'm not trying to get more queues. I disliked the story when I was doing A Realm Reborn. Post 50 got to Heaven's Word, but it got good after that. It's totally wrong. In order to clear AS4 normal, I don't know what AS4 is. Abbreviations to me are terrible. You have to be at level 350. What? Autumn level 350? Wow, I did not know Autumn level cap was already so high. What is up, Mill? Maybe that purple quest and pillars where standing might open up into something interesting. Purple quest and pillars. What is this? Not what I've hoped for. I would really love to do the fates for Ixion as well, but I have never been able to get on here at the lucky time. The lucky time. Trolling. Oh wow. $345 weapon, $340 the rest.
I still need to do fate to get my fox ears.
That's awesome. 334. Oh, what is this? Something I missed? Necessities of war. It's so hard for me to believe that I cleared out a whole area of quests. Well, I guess we'll do this. Oh, there's two up here. Send in the armor. Something. But the longer and longer this goes, the closer I'm getting to moving over to the physical-based samurai. Something's got to keep me hooked in here. I don't trust people enough to have a raid group. But the way the game's always been, welfare should be in about a month or so. So it should be easier to get to max level. The only people I enjoy raiding with are still doing well because reasons. I don't even know how to start that stuff, to be honest with you, but again, I'm just trying to avoid queues. Which, it's impossible to avoid them. I know I've got to do this stuff, but when I say avoid, I mean avoid tacking on multiple extras. Serpent Captain Dentelna needs an adventure, a particular experience. What do you need, bud? Ah, Sergeant Disciple, how fortunate to meet a hero of yours standing in these trying times. Will you be staying long? If so, I would beg your assistance with a certain matter, a matter which you, as a veteran of conflict with the Empire, would be uniquely suited to resolve. Allow me to explain. Our scouts have been attempting to secure the plateaus to the northeast, but were forced to withdraw when they encountered several units of hostile War Machina. A parting gift from the Imperial Army, I assume. It would seem these unmanned contraptions were commanded to greet any who strayed too close to certain key positions with lethal force. In any case, our scouts have set up a post nearby to keep the Machina under observation. Now, I have it on good authority that you have amassed considerable experience in dealing with such foes. If you've the time to spare, the Flame Officer of the observation post would be most grateful to have your destructive expertise at his disposal. That's the best way I know to put it. What is up, zombie? You should have your relic weapon. Don't do what? How's it going, zombie? Wow, these peeps were way out there. There we go. That was pretty far. That was all the way on the other side of the map. Can't wait for the new relic quest. It's all good. Let's get back in here. Trying to kill time between patches. Basically. Sergeant Disciple, Captain Dentonel sent word that reinforcements were on the way, but I did not expect. As you can see, we've managed to capture some of the enemy's Magitech armor. After a bit of practice, we intend to employ them into the destruction of those entrenched War Machina. I am, however, more than glad to surrender the role of pilot to one of your indisputable qualifications. Shall we review the targets? The enemy War Machina are concentrated in 3 separate positions, and the mission requires that all hostile forces be eliminated. I'll mark the locations on your map here, here, and here. The armor is yours to command. Good luck, Sergeant. Magitech armor. Oh, this Magitech armor can't even fly. What kind of jazz are they trying to make us play here? Swing, step. Everybody knows I like funky jazz. This is not a very good way to destroy things. This is going slow. I do it, Drake Fury, because I like keeping it fresh. When I do the same thing every single night, it's like having the same meal every single day. And I'm not trying to get experience, I'm trying to get tombstones. And, also, there's not really a whole lot else I can do for tombstones, as you can see. Let's go to a good... Let's say pull a tribute. Or this, or that. The Royal Menagerie actually will give me 6. Not worth fighting Shinrai over. Let's see, what else do we have here? Nothing else gives me Tombstones of Creation. And that's the reason I'm doing them. For the Tombstones of Creation. Well, these, on the other hand, do give you 50. Holy shit. I did not know that. Drake Fury, why have you not been drilling me harder? Why have you not given me a virtual punch to the head? Why have you not somehow conjured a way to jump through your screen and say, hey, dude, do the instances? Wow. You said... Ugh. Although, it still does stand on the same fact that, it doesn't exactly keep things fresh for me, and I am not doing All Amigo tonight. I refuse. I will do Temple of the Fist gladly. All Amigo, I've done it too many times. Not tonight. Drake's actually brought it up to me before, but I had no idea what he was talking about. I was thinking that you were telling me to do trials. And I was like, dude, Shinryu is not that fun or that worth it. My bad. Oh, still along with the cues. Hunts give you tombstones? And I don't even really mess with materia too much, only because it's the same thing with World of Warcraft. If you ever watched anything I ever played on there, it would probably disgust you because I barely ever tried to beef up my equipment. It's just the way these games roll. Now it's an understandable time to go through and get materia. You know, actually it's not, because I'm still, again, waiting on more armor. It just seems, I guess, superfluous to actually just constantly worry about that while you're always trying to go to the next thing anyway. I've actually sold a shit ton of materia. Huh! I cannot do All Amigo again. Not tonight. That's just too much. But the hunts, on the other hand, I would really like to get into. That's something I've tried so many times to jump into. I have did the company hunts, and so on and so forth, and I kind of just gave up after a while. There was actually a time where I did nothing for like 15 minutes during one of these streams, waiting for somebody to tell me how to get the hunt started. I gave up. I gave up and moved on. Why can't this Magitek armor flaw? This is hands down the worst Magitek armor suit I've ever been inside of. What? Oh. Oh my goodness. Am I really about to lose like this? This is just ridiculous. Ditch. Why can't I be in my Magitek? It'd be so much better. I'm not really sure. Yeah, I actually haven't unlocked any hunts in general. Like, zombies got that right. Like, the only hunts I've even done are... No, I don't know. It was the hunts for the flames. That's it. That's all I've done. Honestly, it's like I've said multiple times before, if this game doesn't actually say, here it is, do it, play it. 9 times out of 10, unless you guys told me about it, I have not found it or I have not completed it. Round 2. These could recharge so much faster. There we go. One more spot. Link shell space. I have no idea what that is. Oh, and I still don't know how to start the hunts. So you need to complete the quest, Let the Hunt Begin. Okay, that actually helps out a lot. Thank you, Drake Fury. That has been a question that has gone unanswered for 3 months now. That's not even an exaggeration. So my gratitude and thanks towards you is no doubt beyond disbelief right now. Let's say it's over 9,000. No pun intended. Yeah, there was a pun intended, I'm not gonna lie. But no doubt, still. That definitely helps out a lot. In the race to begin certain things at the very beginning of the game to try to get to Stormblood really made things difficult when it came to you son of a bitch. What is this? You creatures, I hate you so much. I don't see the point in this one. I'm guessing it's supposed to stun them, but it does not stun them with a shit. Barely takes off damage. Oh my goodness. These things. Come to the damn hallway here. What? Okay, that's more like it. Come on. Oh, shit. I'm an impatient man. You know, this gorilla here, and I'm only saying that because of its movements, really fits into my, damn you, whole customizable Magitech armor dream. I don't know what else to call it. It's a dream. It'll probably never happen. But if it does, whew, I have like 50 Magitech armor suits. Okay, we're gonna have to wait that one out. Once that is done, you get to unlock the Heaven's Ward and then in Stormblood. I don't know if I don't think I'm actually second lieutenant right now at all. Pretty low there too. I'm only like sergeant. Where do you see that stuff? Chief Flame Sergeant. Oh yeah, I can ditch this now. Screw this Magitech armor. Get the good stuff. Dude, your Magitech armor's broken. That was incredible. We could see the blast of Lot from... That is to say, fine work there, Sergeant. It was an honor to see you in action, sir. We'll be packing up and heading back to base soon, but I'd appreciate it if you would take an advance report to Captain D'Antonel. Luckily, there's an 8th right here. So we'll take advantage of that. That depends, Con, what data center you're in, actually. I mean, it sounds really cool, but it's definitely not going to happen tomorrow. My roster is far too full. See, I'm not only a Final Fantasy XIV streamer, which somehow became the biggest part of my channel here. It is the thing I'm on the most, honestly. It was mainly just because of how expansive this game is and the story. Really expansive. But, I've got so much I've got to do tomorrow. We have the Assassins Festival at Final Fantasy. How in the world has this not started yet? And, yeah, Final Fantasy 15. And then also, I'm trying my best to actually go through and, finish Final Fantasy 12 tomorrow. So we can get the 15 playthrough undergo. So tomorrow my list is going to be packed. Plus I'll have to jump out of here a little earlier tomorrow because of work on Friday. But are you actually within the Primal Data Center, Colin? That'll actually be an awesome thing to know for the future though. Sergeant Disciple, no need for the details. Your presence here alone is sufficient proof that the mission went as planned. Your cooperation was a most welcome development. If only we had more soldiers with your experience. Simply clearing away these war machina has given us no end of trouble, and we have no way of knowing how many people... Oh, shit. I don't know how the hell I got that in there. How many of the things yet remain. But such is the reality of war. Winning battles is merely the first step. It is the mopping up of problems in the aftermath that can prove the most difficult challenge. Thank you again for your aid, Sergeant Disciple. No doubt. Ah, yeah, okay. Well, I'm on the Primal Data Center as well, so that works out, actually. So maybe we can do something like that sometime. I wouldn't mind. Honestly, with Susano and Lakshmi, I mentioned it earlier. I'm going to try it again when I get the Autumn level to actually 315. We get a lot of that Delta Escape stuff completed. But I haven't even wanted to attempt it. Like, not until I can actually get with people who know the mechanics, know what they're doing. Some people like the whole blind thing, and personally I would if I wasn't streaming. But when you, like, you know, you watch the same thing like 4 times, shit starts going awry on the channel, on the stream, your party, the chat. That's just too much. That's far too much on one person. You know? So, there's that. Temple of the Fist. The Fist! Temple of the Fist! Sorry. I had to take a small second, minute, whatever break. I've had headphones on my head like half the day. That would be cool though. Little group party. But the reason I like watching the video things isn't because anything too specific. Like you said, for the most part, they don't help you all that much watching a god. I just like knowing the mechanics before I get in there. The only things I really care for going in blind is the story content. Going into a battle blind to me on here, if you're streaming it, it's suicide for your channel, because the only thing that's going to happen, you're going to have multiple people coming in and bashing you constantly, saying this or that, or they did this, they did that, they did it first try, you know, and you always want to think to yourself, well, you know, awesome for you, bud, but, you know, shit happens. Yeah, things are just so different in the stream. Even if you don't think any pressure's there, there's pressure there, especially if you want to go for a thriving channel. You know, this is, in the end, this is my dream. You know, it's the reason I do it. It is a hobby, but I would like it to be so much more than a hobby. I mean, everybody that streams, you know, essentially thinks that right off the bat. But things for my channel have really gone super well since I've started, and sometimes being in random groups of people trying to do random things off the party finder is not helpful. I mean, a few of you may get enjoyment out of it that actually like to stick around. Some of you think it's funny, and even I would think it's funny at times, don't worry. And I don't get, you know, butthurt about that. Things that really get me butthurt, though, which I'll straight up admit they do, is just the small, simple things that you really wouldn't think people do that they do. It's like, dude, are you 7 right now? Like, really?
I did it first try. I did it first try. It was super cool. My party was so good. We did it first try, and we did it second try, and then we did it third try too. It was so good. You suck, dude. You suck so bad. You suck so bad. I'm gonna tell you suck so bad. My mama bought me a soda. You suck so bad. You gotta pay for your own soda. My mom's bought my soda though. You suck so bad. My mom pays for my soda. She bought me a hot dog too. It was pretty good. I put ketchup on it, and then I don't like ketchup. And then I do like ketchup, so I put more ketchup on it, and it was too much ketchup. Way too much ketchup. And then I couldn't eat it because there's so much ketchup on it. My mom bought me a soda.
Something like that. And I just can't handle it. I contain it, believe me. I'll sit here and act like, whatever, dude, just go away. But on the inside, I'm doing that crazy shit. And it's only because I'm a cynical bastard. I'm willing to admit it. I'm very cynical. Very cynical, actually. There's more things I don't understand that people do rather than what I do understand. And my mother does not buy me soda, unfortunately. So, you lucky bastard out there, enjoy your damn soda. Oh shit. I got carried away. Although we're doing pretty good here. Even despite all that. Same with loot master parties. I hate those so much. Loot master to me is okay if you're the full 7-8 group. Looking for sub, just prevent the sub from stealing loot. Yeah, that'd be really cool if they actually did have cross-data party finder. To be honest with you, it's actually hard to believe they haven't implemented it. But I guess the whole cross-world thing is the start to that. Maybe they will eventually. I noticed that Square is incredibly bad about making, I call it compression issues. What they'll do is they'll actually go through and implement all these new things, like the cross-world. Did we make it? Yes. No. But, you know, maybe they will. Maybe they'll work out their compression issues with characters. Because in the end, you know, your character's just a file on a big system. And the reason they have to go through and they move it all like that is because they're trying to recompress everything down into a different, more fluid standard so it'll play on everybody's console systems, PC, what have you. And, they want everybody to be able to implement all the same aspects of the game. They don't want somebody being able to play this and somebody over here lagging playing that. So, I mean, that's one of the reasons why they do it. But their compression is just always all over the place. Like, I remember with Comrades, it was bad. I remember when Stormblood first launched, I mentioned it right within one of my things, how they had made multiple mini servers within a server. And it's just like, you're not helping anything. You're literally just making a potential whole other issue that could create an even bigger issue. It's like, why would you make a server to counteract with another server? It's like saying you've got the flu and you're trying to get pneumonia to get rid of it. It's like, oh, we have server issues. Let's make more servers in the server. What? No, just make new servers. No. We make new servers in the servers. Nobody's got to leave their server. Sounds convenient, but it's not going to work. The ponies, birdies. 100% of the time, Loot Master just takes what they wanted and disbands. They movie that service to Canada didn't call help either. I honestly feel like Canada should have their own data center. It seems like, you know, a lot of people have jumped in here with the chat that play from Canada. I'm really surprised that they don't. Like, the fact that North America has to, like, literally share all of ours, like, servers is just, it's super weird. Like, I don't understand that. Yeah, I did that way too early. Whoa. I've never seen somebody try to pull that off at the beginning, so that's pretty cool. I play from Canada on EU data centers. It's just fun. I did not actually know that, Drake Fury. I was honestly thinking, France? I don't know why. I don't know why. That's still pretty cool, though. Oh, well, that's probably why I thought that. What is up, State of Sun? What is a VPN? Serverception. I'm glad that you could watch. But, I'm not gonna be up too late though. Honestly, this is probably the last, instance here. Oh wow, I feel like an asshole. I am way back here. Getting those good conversations started while being in this place is cool. Holy shit, they're all dead. Ah! Ugh. What was that healer doing? Bad tank. Hey, at least there was no Toddberry, revive me! Revive me, Toddberry! Which at times I do understand it. I feel like an asshole, I'm not gonna lie. It's so hard to watch the meter at times though. Right outside of cast range. Like, right there. When you're doing your thing and all of a sudden you realize your party is dead. Yeah, I do hate that. The tunnel vision is strong. I gotta get in here. Move your legs! Move those little Lolafillin legs. Prepare for battle. Oops. Didn't know I needed to do that. That move always gets me. Every time, no fail. Pretty bad taunt. Especially in trash pools. I hate that little mode of movement. If you can move side to side in this, I swear you are a master at moving side to side. Get out of dodge. Holy shit, how did I survive? Whoa, ho, ho, ho. 3 health. Oh, those unbelievable moments. 3 health. Forgetting the Royal Menagerie. I'm not gonna lie. That really did give me cold chills. One green dodo. Shinra UEX. That just sounds like... yeah, going to be hell. And I am so not ready. Sounds like nightmares. Nightmares waiting to haunt my dreams. Or night terrors, for those people who say night terrors. Okay, I didn't want it. I was about to pass it. I got it anyway. In an interview, they said clear rate for the Royal Menagerie story mode first timers 89%. Yeah, I don't believe that either. 89%? 89%? I don't believe it for a second. Oh, but everybody, I think I'm gonna actually call it a knot. I have streamed literally my heart's content. We have went through Dissidia today. We have went through loads of Final Fantasy XII today. We have dived into Final Fantasy XIV and had the craziest discussion. I honestly think I'd have to take a break for the knot. I'm just tired. I've done a lot. I've been up since 5 a.m. I've had to get tires put on my car. I've had to... It's been an eventful day. For a day off of work, it felt like I have worked my ass off. Hours to get to the clear. But it has been a really successful day, I can say that much, no doubt. We did a lot on Dissidia. Got a rank up on there. accomplished quite a bit on Final Fantasy XII. Killed 2 bosses, went through loads of hunts. On Final Fantasy XV today, I actually did the Moogle Chocobo Festival earlier today to get my Dream Egg to get the Assassin's Garb, which you can do now, and I strongly urge you to do so before the Choco Moogle Festival ends, which is, I don't understand why that's just not a permanent DLC, but, you know, it is what it is, I suppose. But, no doubt, everybody, I'm gonna jump out of here. Tomorrow, though, you can catch me playing more Final Fantasy XV, but actually streaming it with the Assassin's Festival. So, be sure to join in on that if you're into Final Fantasy XV, or if you like Assassin's Creed. That should be really fun. We also may not be having Final Fantasy XIV tomorrow. There's no solid promise there. You just gotta watch the channel, and feel free to subscribe if you're into any of all this, my crazy antics, my random rambles, Final Fantasy in general. Here every day, everybody. And, yeah, tomorrow, though, if Final Fantasy XII is actually looking like I have a whimsical chance of beating it. I say it like that because I don't think I'll actually get to the end tomorrow, but I'm going to try my absolute best, and if I do actually get there, I'm going to see it through to the end. But if I do not get there, we will, of course, we'll return with that. Maybe Friday. It just really depends on how close I am, really. But tomorrow, 14 may not happen. I may just take a little break from 14. After all, I've went ham on this game since I've started playing it. So we may take a break from 14 to finish 12. Again, we'll just see how that plays out. And also, once more, we will be jumping into the Assassin's Festival, which actually here, that's a promised at least 3 hours of gameplay. It's probably more like 2.5 hours. I remember when Gladiolus was promised for 2 hours. I beat it in 1 hour and 20. So there's that. So we'll see how it all really plays out tomorrow, though. We will definitely be cramming in as much as possible, and if 14 does look like it's actually possible to work in there, I will definitely jump on there and play as much as I can for the knot. Gotta get those tombstones, and I am really trying my best to do so. At the moment, let's check this before I jump out of here, we are at 250, and I need like 600 more. And I can only get 150 more this week. And I think that already said, like, Tuesday? Maybe Wednesday, or Monday, who knows. But no doubt, everybody, I thank you all for watching, sitting through the ramble, the jamble, the jumble, the mumble, the rumble, the stumble, and the crumble of it all. Definitely look forward to jumping back in here tomorrow, and I will definitely see you all tomorrow, or the next time, if so. So, Zombie Red, I have 91 of 450 this week so far. Oh. Well, maybe you could get some more, hopefully, so it would be very nice to be on 450 for the week, and then be right at start over. That'd be super awesome. But, no doubt, everybody, I cannot wait, and thanks for the multiple streams, man. Thanks for all the people. Oh, thank you so much, Jay Green. Thank you so much. It's really awesome. And, good night to you as well, Mel. Peace, Colin. And I'll see you all tomorrow. See you, Red. And till next time, Zombie. But to everybody, Zombie, Red, Colin, Mel, Jay, it's been really awesome. State of Sun, I'm glad that you could jump in here as well. It was really nice having you around. Drake Fury, same to you. Thanks again for the hint there. No doubt, with a lot of that stuff. I'll definitely be doing a little bit more of those level 70 dungeons now that I actually have that registered up here. I needed that virtual punch to the face. But it was definitely a great night, great streams all around. Mel, I'm not sure if I said that, but thank you for watching as well. Glad you could make it. Awesome that you could. Emi-san, Suki, hope I said that right. Thank you as well for joining us. It was really awesome. Kevin, it was really great to have you around. OMFG Squad, it's really cool. Thank you for watching, no doubt. That's a big thank you to everybody. Karubi! Glad that you can make it as well. And Valentine. It's been a while. Glad that you can make it as well. Slacking. My cap is nearly full. I needed the pants on Tuesday. Yeah, I'm in need of the pants and the body, so hopefully I can jump in there and get that. Thanks for the stream, Ton. Thank you for watching the stream, Karumi. It was really awesome. I get all my Final Fantasy through Tonberry now. That's really awesome. Super awesome. I hope you all have a great night, no doubt. And if you're about to start spamming some Final Fantasy XIV for the night before you pass out, good luck to you, and hopefully everything goes well. May your queues be short, your trials go smooth, and your parties be magnificent. But until then, I'm out of here, everybody. I hope you have a great night. I really do. And let's just all keep on playing, and I'll see you all tomorrow. Take it easy, everybody.